Here's a truth that most people over 50 are never told. The majority of those aches, stiff muscles, numbness, and that feeling of aging rapidly aren't actually from getting older. They rate from a silent blockage in the body that 90% of adults have no idea exists. And with just these 7 forgotten stretching moves, your body can transform in a way almost nobody would believe. If you're brave enough to keep listening, the truth behind it will shock you. Once you hit 50, there are those nagging pains you think are just normal, the creaking in your knees. Those mornings when you wake up with legs that feel locked up tight. But what if I told you there are just 7 stretching moves that almost nobody does right? 7 moves powerful enough to fix nearly every issue in your body. Would you believe me? Everyday vital path here and right now. I want you to ask yourself, what's made my body feel so sluggish, heavy, and prone to pain? The truth is, most of the discomfort you are dealing with isn't from age, it's from muscle groups that have been ignored for way too long, stuck points in your body that are making you age faster than you realize. And these 7 moves, simple but profoundly life-changing, could be the key to unlocking the flexibility you thought was gone forever. When you do them right, you'll feel your body release, get lighter, freer, like years of weight have just been lifted off your legs and back. But what makes these stretches so special isn't just how well they work, it is the fact that most people skip them entirely, never realizing that what they are not doing is what has been holding their health back for years. If you want a body that feels younger, stronger, more flexible, and no longer controlled by pain, don't click away, because the most important part is coming at the end of this journey. If you find this content valuable, hit that subscribe button so Everyday Vital Path can keep making more high-quality videos just for you. Quick reflection question. A. You believe your body can recover at any age. B. You think after 50, things only get worse. Pick A or B and drop a comment to let me know what you think. No one. Piriformis Stretch. Hey everyone. I'm Dr. Robert Miller, 60 years old. Been sitting right here at Mayo Clinic for over 3 decades, listening to thousands of back pain stories from folks just like you and me. Today, I want to tell you about a silent villain that most of us carry around every single day, the piriformis muscle. Ever been in a meeting, driving, or just scrolling on your phone, when suddenly a sharp jolt shoots from your butt down your leg, like someone squeezing your sciatic nerve in a vice? I had a patient named Linda, 62, retired teacher from Minneapolis. She told me, "Doc, I just want to stand up and make tea, but my leg doesn't feel like mine anymore." 2 weeks of doing this stretch every morning, she called me up. I just waltzed with my grandbaby. Picture the piriformis as a tiny little rope buried deep in your glute, connecting your sacrum to your thigh bone. Sit too long, it tightens up, pinches the nerve, and boom, pain. Simple science. A study in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy showed that holding this stretch 30 seconds per side, twice a day, cuts sciatica symptoms by 68% in just 4 weeks. Now, lie down on your mat, cross your right ankle over your left knee, gently pull that left thigh toward your chest. Feel the right glute breathing. Don't force it, just whisper to your body, "Thanks for carrying me these 50 years. Take a break now." Ready to set your sciatic nerve free? Try it right now. And next week I'll tell you about Tom, the guy who thought he'd live with that pain forever, until he met this stretch. No 2. Child's pose. Hey, when's the last time you sat down without grabbing the armrest? I remember mine. Yesterday, Henry, 68, ex-truck driver from Wisconsin, limped into my office leaning on a cane, back curved like a question mark. He whispered, "Doc, I'm scared one day I won't get up off the couch again." I didn't say much, just had him kneel on the mat, sit back on his heels, spread his knees wide, and fold forward until his forehead touched the floor, arms stretched out in front, like he was praying for relief. First 15 seconds, he winced. 30 seconds in, he let out a breath that sounded like he just unloaded a decade of long-haul miles. That tiny piriformis muscle buried in the glute, it's the real culprit, strangling the sciatic nerve, turning every step into torture. Last week, Margaret emailed, "I ditched the cane, Doc. Now I'm hopping around with the grandkids. Just 30 seconds per side, twice a day. No gym, number pain pills, just a gentle whisper to the body, Take 5. I still need you. Science backs it up. A study last year showed regular piriformis stretching cut sciatica pain 68% in the first month. But for me, the best stat is Henry's grin when he stood up from the chair. No hands. Your turn. Kneel, sit back, knees wide, fold forward. Feel that old rusty door in your hips finally getting oiled. Inhale, thank your body. Exhale, let the pain go. Ready to walk without the past yanking you backward? No. 3. Cat-cow pose. Ever wake up feeling like your spine's an old wooden bridge, creaking every time you roll over? I heard it from George, 63, retired bricklayer from Ohio, who whispered, "Doc, I just want to bend down and tie my shoes without my back filing a complaint. Get on all fours. Right here, like a kitten stretching first thing in the morning. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and he'll drop the belly, lift the head. Arch the back like a rainbow. Exhale, round the spine up. Tuck the chin. Like a cat that just saw a cucumber. Slow, gentle, moving with your own heartbeat. Those deep spinal muscles. The core soldiers who've been on duty for half a century, they're finally clocking in. I think of Helen, 59, retired yoga teacher. She did this every morning on her kitchen floor. 2 weeks later, she sent a video, tying her shoes without needing the chair. A study in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science tracked 30 people like Helen, 48% less back pain intensity, 35% more spinal flexibility in just 8 weeks. 72% slept through the night, no more pain waking them up. Inhale, picture opening up to a brand new day. Back tall, shoulders light. Exhale, release years of slouching. Release that little voice saying, "I'm too old." Ready to let your spine dance with life instead of groaning. Just 10 breaths and a little kindness to yourself. No. 4. Butterfly stretch. Remember the last time you sat on the floor without grabbing the armrest? I do. Yesterday, Ruth, 66, retired preschool teacher from Boston, walked into my office. Back curved like a question mark. She whispered, "Doc, I just want to sit on the floor and play with my grandkids, but my hips feel padlocked." Sit right here on the mat, soles of the feet together, knees dropping out like butterfly wings at rest. Back tall, then hinge forward from the hips. Not the back, feel the inner thighs opening, like a rusty gate finally getting oiled. Those adductor muscles. The hip rotators, silent soldiers after half a century of desk duty, they're finally on leave. I think of Samuel, 58, accountant. He did this every night in front of the TV. 2 weeks later, he sent a video, cross-legged on the floor, grandkid in his lap, reading fairy tales. No pills, no surgery, just 2 minutes a day. A study in the International Journal of Sports Physical Therapy tracked 45 people like Samuel. 32% greater hip range, 41% less low back pain, and for weeks. Inhale, imagine unfolding wings you folded away since your 20s. Exhale, release decades of bad desk posture. Release that little voice saying, "I'm too old." Ready to plop on the floor. Hug the grandkids, tell stories. Like the old days. All you need is a mat and a little patience. With yourself. Number 5. Supine spinal twist. Ever lie in bed feeling like your spine is a rope that has been knotted up for decades? I heard it from Claire, 71, retired nurse from Seattle, who whispered, "Doc, every time I roll over it feels like someone's twisting my back from the inside." Lie down right here, like you're settling in for the best night's sleep ever. Arms out wide in a big T, palms up like you're ready to receive something good. Knees bent, then let both knees gently fall to the right. Turn your head to the left. Feel the spine twisting softly, like someone's untying all those old knots one by one. The oblique muscles, the spinal rotators, those quiet soldiers who've been stuck at a desk for 50 years, they rave finally getting a break. I think of David, 65, retired engineer. He started doing this every night before bed. 3 weeks later, he texted me, "I can roll over and hug my wife without the soundtrack of cracking bones. Just 45 seconds each side." A study out of the University of Sheffield followed 60 for people like David, 41% more spinal rotation, 53% less back pain, and the space between the vertebrae opened up an extra 2 millimeters. Like someone just added a brand new room to your old house. Inhale, picture loosening decades of bad posture. Exhale, let go of that little voice saying I'm too old. Ready to roll over and wrap your arms around the people you love. Without the past holding you back, all you need is a bed and a little kindness for yourself. No 6. Downward facing dog camera quiet in the corner, early sun slipping through the window. Landing on a blue yoga mat, Dr. kneels, then slowly lifts hips into an upside down V, voice low. Like storytelling by the fireplace. Ever feel like the whole world's sitting on your shoulders? From calves to neck, I met Jack, 69, retired mechanic from Detroit. He's shuffling, back rounded, eyes on the floor. He said, "Doc, I just want to bend over and tie my shoes without the sky falling on me. Kneel right here, like a puppy stretching at dawn. Hands long, hips high, heels easing toward the floor. Don't push, just feel. Calves, hamstrings, glutes, back, shoulders, neck, the whole back chain stretching out, like someone's dusting off decades of grime. Spine decompresses, chest opens, like a window that's been stuck forever finally sliding up." I think of Nancy, 61, bank teller. She did this every morning in her kitchen. 1 month later, she sent a photo, tying her shoes without the chair. No pills, no surgery, just 45 seconds. A study in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science followed 50 people like Nancy. 38% more back chain flexibility, 52% less low back pain in 6 weeks. Inhale, imagine reaching for a brand new sunrise. Exhale, release yourself hunching. Release that whisper I'm too old. Ready to bend for your shoes, pick up a grandkid, or just stand tall without hurting. All you need is a mat and a little patience with yourself. Number 7. Seated forward fold. Ever sit in a chair and feel like your back's folded up into an old cardboard box? I heard it from Dorothy, 72, homemaker from Iowa, who whispered, "Doc, I just want to bend down and pick up a drop sock without my back saying nope. Sit right here in this chair. Legs straight out, back tall like a pine tree. Inhale, reach up, like you're greeting the sun. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, hands reaching for your toes. Don't force, just feel. Hamstrings, low back, spine, the whole back chain lengthening, like someone's wiping away decades of dust." I think of Walter, 67, retired electrician. He did this every night on the couch. 3 weeks later, he sent a photo, picking up that sock without the armrest. A study in JAMA Internal Medicine followed 80 people like Walter. 42% less chronic back pain in 8 weeks, 5 minutes a day. Bonus, this one's chair-friendly for anyone with bad knees, sore hips, or fresh surgery. Inhale, picture turning a fresh page, back straight. Shoulders easy. Exhale, release yourself slouching. Release that whisper I'm too old. Ready to grab the sock, tie your shoes, or just sit pain-free. All you need is a chair and a little kindness for yourself. Dear friends, today we've walked through 7 little doors together, 7 stretches. That seems so simple, but are really 7 gentle whispers to the body that's carried us for half a century. I won't promise every ache vanishes overnight, but I will promise this: give it 5 minutes every morning, just 5, and your body will start answering with silent smiles. Linda waltzing with her grandbaby, Henry dishing the cane, Ruth cross-legged on the floor spinning fairy tales, Jack tying his shoes without the chair. 7 stories, 7 tiny miracles, all starting from a mat, a doorway, or an old couch. The deepest lesson I want you to carry: your body doesn't age because of time. It ages because we forget to say I love you to it every day. A soft stroke down the hamstrings, a tender hug for the spine, a long exhale for the rounded shoulders. That's the language of staying alive. Do this today. Pick one stretch, just one, and do it before you pour tomorrow's coffee. No perfection, no forcing. Just show up. A week from now, you'll notice the pain isn't an enemy anymore. It's an old friend reminding you to slow down and love yourself a little harder. And when you stand taller, sleep deeper, hug the grandkids tighter, smile at me through the screen. That's the biggest paycheck an old doctor like me could ask for. Piano swells softly. Doctor sets down his tea, looks straight into the lens. Quick question for you. Which stretch made you go, "Ho, I just got hugged" the first time you tried it? Drop it in the comments, share how it felt so we can pass these little hugs around. And if you want me to keep sitting right here, Telling more stories like this, hit subscribe to Everyday Vital Path today. Every sub is one more cup of coffee to keep me awake making better videos. Thanks for being here. See you on a morning without pain.